Okay, so then the points that I made you do from the first page are going to tie directly into this. Okay, so I'm just going to just rewrite real quick this first quadrant. Okay, we measured this to be 30 degrees. So when we measured that to be 30 degrees, what we were really saying is this angle here is going to be 30 degrees. Now what I can do is make a triangle out of this by bringing this down to our x-axis. If this is 30 degrees and this is a right angle, this has to be 60 degrees. So this is going to be a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Remember, the radius of the unit circle is what? 1. So this looks like what problem from our front page? Yeah. So your x value in this case is the long leg. Your y value in this case is the short leg. So our point xy, okay, our x value is √3/2, and our y value was 1/2. Okay, for the 45 degrees, both of our x and y were √2/2 and √2/2. Okay, and then the last one, that's 1/2, √3/2. Okay, so remember, you're going to have to know all of those points for your quiz, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, how can I remember all these points, right? All of these points can be reflected into your other quadrants. So as long as you know the first quadrant, all the other quadrants are going to follow. Okay? So let's talk about our quadrants. If you have an x-axis and a y-axis here, so we're going to think about this is our y-axis, this is our x-axis. Okay? Would you guys all agree that this is the positive side of the x-axis if I were plotting my points here? And this would be the positive side of the y? So everything that is in quadrant 1 is going to be positive. So first let's label this as quadrant 1. Okay, and then if this is quadrant 1, my x value in quadrant 1, I'm just going to put it here, my x value is going to be positive, my y value is going to be positive. And again, that's because it's the positive side of the x-axis and the positive side of the y-axis. Okay, and then quadrant 2 is going to be right here. Now for quadrant 2, let's think about what our x value would be and what our y value would be. So if I was plotting a point on the left side of x, is that positive or negative? Negative, so this is negative x. And then if I'm going up, the y would be positive. Right, and then quadrant 3 is right below that. So for quadrant 3, my x value is negative because I'm going to the left, and my y is negative because I'm going down. And then my last quadrant is quadrant 4. Okay, and then quadrant 4, I'm on the positive side of the x-axis, on the right side, and then I'm going down, which is going to be negative for y. Okay, so each one of these is going to be a reflection. So if I reflect this point over here, I'm going to have the same x and y, it's just the signs are going to change. So if I reflect this, instead of positive 1/2, I'm going to have negative 1/2.
Ms. Woodall,
Yes?
could you send this SWAT camera to the office with the thing?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to do this point in every single quadrant. Okay, so then I'm gonna flip this point down below. So if I reflect this point, okay, down here, notice, see how this has a pi over 3? All of these should have the same order of points. It's just their signs are gonna be different. Okay, so then this is going to be negative 1/2, negative root 3 over 2. And then I'm gonna reflect it again, and then also notice you have your 3 as your denominator. So this would be positive 1/2, and then negative root 3 over 2. Okay, and then you can do that with all of your points. Okay, now some of the special points, let's actually do those together. Remember that the radius is 1, so if the radius is 1 on the x-axis, can you guys tell me what this point is going to be here? Is it 0, 1, 1, 0? 1, 0. So the x first, yeah, good. Which means this point is going to be 0, 1. This point would be negative 1, 0, and your last point, 0, negative 1. Okay, so now you will have all of the points on your unit circle.